Hello, welcome to Walking the Walk and Talking the Talk podcast. My name's Brad.
I'm Mick. Right, hi everyone. So I've been joined here with by Emma, who is a female woman. And the reason that I've been joined by Emma is because, you know what? I don't know what it's like to be a woman in recovery. I don't know what it's like to be a woman out of recovery. And so one thing I've learned is if I've not got the answers, ask somebody who might have. Reach out to somebody. So Emma's come along to try and answer some of our questions, which and answer some of your questions if you've got any event as well. So Emma, what's it like? You're a mum. Mm-hmm. You're a partner. You've got stuff to do. What's that like from a female perspective?
In recovery, it's when I first started recovery. Being a mum, it was hard. It was really hard because obviously people that are in recovery will know themselves. Your emotions early on are just take over you. It's like a disease, isn't it? Mm. And obviously being a woman, you've got your hormones as well on top of that. But the guilt of being a mum and the things that, like, not maliciously I put my daughter through, but I did put her through the chaos, like, haunted me. Like, and I thought I'd have to literally do everything I could to get that connection back with her and that relationship. But as time goes on, it just happens anyway because I do it every day. When I get up, I get up 2 hours earlier than school starts. She's not having to wake me up going, Mum, I need to get ready for school, and I'm there like, just do your breakfast. Like, I'm doing it all, and so she can see that I don't have to show her every day with presents or promises or anything like that, because she's already seeing it day in, day out. When I'm present, I'm there, I'm doing what I should be doing. Yeah,
and I know it from as a parent's point of view, obviously as a dad's point of view. You know, we do get riddled with that guilt and that shame. I'm sure it can be even more confounded as a female because you've got that matriarchal mothering instinct that's inside you, that's built in you, that you don't want to do bad by your child, and you don't want to do the right. It's because you didn't know how not to. That was part of the problem. But also, do you think that you've changed since you've come into recovery as a mother?
Oh, massively. But don't get me wrong, she's nearly 10, so the attitude's there. So we're a little bit like that sometimes, but the patience I have now as well, like you with the pause button, I will sit and I think, no, it's against the law to say that thing, or, you know, I will hold it in, or whereas when you're in the madness, it's just straight away. You can blow like that. It's easy, innit? You're like a ticking time bomb. Whereas now, or sometimes I'll just laugh. And she hates it, but I'll just laugh. And then I'm like, you're all right now. You're over it. And then, you know, when we do have that, we have a much better relationship now.
And it's it's really helpful, though, isn't it? Because if it's anything like my kids as well, it's like you're seeing them recover. From stuff that you didn't even know they were suffering from, in a way. Yeah. Because your eyes was blinkered with through whatever substance it was that we was taking at the time, or everything. So do you think that your daughter recognises you now for the mum in recovery?
Yeah, she lets me know every single day. Yeah. If I'm having a bad day, like if I'm poor, like, you know, if I'm just feeling like, don't get me wrong, you can still have your bad days. You don't just because you're in recovery, you don't have to be. Yeah. Oh no, I've got to have a face on me every single day. I've got. Like, at first, I did think that. I thought, oh no, if they see me with no face on or my hair's up in a poke, they're gonna think I'm back on it. And it does. You do overthink a lot of things, and then when you actually get into it, you think, nobody's asked if I've got makeup on, or like, is it if I smell of alcohol? That's the problem.
Yeah, and you know what as well, you know, as a mother, you know it. I'm sure you know, I certainly do as a father, that kids are brutal.
Oh God, yeah.
Kids are brutally honest with you. Kids will, especially at the age your daughter is, nearly 10. She will tell you.
She does. She brings up things now, and I think, all right, chill out. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
She will let me know how moody or how horrible I was, and she's like, "But now you're a nice mummy," and I'm like, "Oh God."
Yeah. And so, what would you say about other mums out there? I know there's organisations like Mums in Recovery and things like that who do fantastic work. But what would you say to other mums out there, or not even mums, just women out there in general?
I can only go off from my own experience. Everyone's different. It's like you say, there are organisations out there. They never work for me. Doctors never work for me. Anything never worked for it. I just felt I never had trust. I have got trust issues, and I never had trust with, because I knew they were just ticking boxes. The most thing that helped me was, again, with a walk, speaking to other women in recovery, or not in just other struggling women, and listening to their stories and telling mine, and and you get that bond where you think, no, I'm not on my own. Like, I'm not actually. I'm not sitting here. I'm not depressed. I've not got a mental health illness that needs tablets, or I need to go to. I need to do this. I just need to speak about it and realise that I'm not on my own, and there are plenty more people out there.
And you're a human being. Yeah, that's the thing. You're allowed bad days. You're allowed not to wear your makeup.
Nothing's perfect. Yeah.
You're allowed not to. You're allowed to wear your leggings
with holes in.
Yeah. These are all things that we're allowed to do. You know what I mean? I say all the time, and sometimes it's just human connection, isn't it? Yeah. It is. I would always advise any woman speak to another woman invariably. Yeah. Because men are full of shit. we will tell you lies, and we'll take your eyes. But it is protection for you as well, isn't it? Definitely. No, definitely. We can't hide away from it. There is protection. And I'll say that to men as well. There's a lot of women out there who are wrong uns and will take a man into their confidence, knowing that they can use them, they can manipulate them. Because ultimately, as addicts, as human beings, we're manipulative, aren't we? That's what we do.
No, yeah. But,
yeah. So what would be, if you had one thing to say to any woman who's watching this now or listening to this now and is struggling on one level or another, what would you say to them?
Don't beat yourself up. Don't sit in your own dark thoughts. If you don't want to straight away reach out to somebody that you've never spoke to, or somebody that you have, or whatever, write it down. Right? Take everything that's niggling at you and making you feel bad, making you feel worthless, making you feel whatever you're feeling. Get it down on paper, and then it's not in your head. And then read that to someone, or just hand it to them if you don't want to speak. Hand that to somebody, and then they can physically see what's in your head and then just don't do it alone. Just don't sit in your own thoughts.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's powerful, Emma. And I hope to chat with you lots more, because, like I say, there's so much that I don't understand.
Yeah.
And there's so much that I want to understand. I want to try and understand it. Not that I can be of any use, but I want to understand it myself for my own peace of mind. So I hope we'll be in lots more from you as the weeks and months go ahead. Thanks, Emma.
Thank you.